Hey guys, welcome to another episode of War Divisions. This is Path of the Conqueror Second Assault quest. Quest number 20, which is the quest you need to complete if you want the titles. The title. You have to do all missions clear to get the title. I think, or you just have to complete it. I'm not sure. This is an all missions clear using all Lightning Team MR units. I'll get to what this map is all about, but I will say right off the bat, you need a unit that has guaranteed hit, or else you're not hitting this lane. Thankfully, Celia has in her master ability too the ability to have all her spells guaranteed hit for the first 3 turns, and this is essential because you want to get Elena down as quickly as possible because she's annoying in this map. Other than that, the reason why you want lightning units on this map because majority of the units are water units. Lightning is naturally resistant to water, so that helps with survivability, and that's mainly it. Most of the units here are water. This is also known as Glacier's map because not only you fight the original Glacier, you also fight her mage form, which is a fire unit, and you fight her flag bearer form, which is a wind unit. So essentially you do want to bring, if you want, you could bring other elements to combat those, a water and an ice unit. However, it's not required. All Lightning Team should be easy enough for you to get the title. Other than that, you want to bring units that have good missile resistance, good pierce resistance, and good magic resistance, and accompany that with cards and equipment, stuff like that, to help you survive attacks. Now, as you see here, after doing my Keen Blaze setup to get rid of Elena, I moved my tank Ravius back into the right side of the map because I want to try to keep everyone towards the right as much as possible, and I want to keep the I forgot Charisse. I think it's Charisse. That's her name. The archer girl. I want to keep her away from my group, while my group takes care of the rest of the units on the left side. Now for all missions, it's your standard no hiring, no KOs, no items, and the dreaded kill 3 units at once. I really hate that mission. And trying to do that mission with MR units is super duper tough. You don't know how many times I had to reset just because I couldn't get the mission done. And it's a mixture of some of the units are squishy on the map, some of the units are bulky on this map, so it's really hard to accomplish without trying to push other waves from coming. Speaking of waves, so the way waves trigger on this map, after you kill I believe it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 to 5 units, a cactuar will appear. When that cactuar appears, you have to kill it ASAP, or else it will do 10,000 needles on one of your units, and if they don't have courage or re-raise, they're just gonna die. It's 10,000 needles. What do you expect? So as soon as you kill 4 or 5 units, it's gonna spawn. It'll spawn right on those stairs where Shichel's at currently, near there. So you want to position the unit that you're planning on killing it with around there, so that you could just kill it as soon as possible. You don't want it to get off those needles. The rest of the waves, which is wave fire glacier and wave wind glacier, come out when a glacier dies. So if you still have other enemy units on the map, but you wind up killing water glacier here, fire glacier and the fire selection unit, which I'm forgetting, Minwoo, there you go, Minwoo, will come out. If you don't deal with those two right away, Fire Glacier will murder you. With Minwoo on her side, Minwoo will cast time spells such as Haste and Quicken to allow the Fire Glacier to just murder you as fast as possible. She has huge AoE moves and she uses her triple attack move, so she will make sure a unit's down if you let that happen. So when you're ready to kill off Gesea, you want to make sure you have a unit towards the left side of the map to take care of those two right away. Thankfully they are squishy because they're both mages, so they're not too hard to take down. Once Fire Glacier is down, then Flag Bearer Glacier and Astrius will pop up. If you're using all lightning units, Astrius is not an issue. However, if you're using fire units or units weak to slash, Astrius is an issue. He's I don't say he's as tough as you see him in arenas and PvP, but he's tough if left unchecked. Especially if he pulls off his limit break, because then that crystal tracer really screws you over. So you want to watch out for that. Flag Bearer Glacier is also tough because she has her AoE triple hit move and other piercing moves that just do a lot of damage. Like, she does a lot of damage, plus she could take hits pretty well. So you want to keep an eye on that. But after you defeat those two, that's the end of the map. They spawn towards the top of the map. But again, they're the last waves. So to combat this map, try your best not to kill off Glacier right away. Save her for the very last when you're ready to kill him off. You want to try to do your 3 kills at once while you have as many units on the map as possible, or do what I do, clear off everyone else, especially the Cactuar, which you see now has appeared, and then leave 3 units alive so you could just take your time to gather yourself up, gather some AP through normal attacks, do whatever, to prepare yourself to kill them off in one hit. Just make sure that they're in an area that, you know, your AoEs can hit while killing your units, and you'll be fine. You're gonna see here in this video how I did it with my MR units. It's not tough. I can tell you that right now. If you're using UR units, you could probably pull off the 3 simultaneous kills right off the bat, killing off the merfolks, or whatever you call them, and the snappy turtles. The snappy turtles are weak to magic, while the merfolks are weak to physical attacks. So you kind of want to bring a team mixture of both physical and magic attackers if you want to get through this. And obviously your tank and your healer will do. You want to try to bring some hybrids. Like my setup, I have the Pugilist Spellblader. I'm forgetting her name right now. I don't know why. I am really bad at names. But she's both a damage dealer and a tank. She's a pretty okay tank for this map. PvP wise, I wouldn't use her as a tank. I mean, she could take hits, but I would just rather use her as a physical attacker. She's way better as a physical attacker. But here, as a pseudo tank, a secondary tank, she's not bad. And then having Silma as a red mage helps with having a secondary healer, because she has access to Cura, and I gave her Eliza? I forgot her name. Sleepy Girl. Sleepy Girl's Trustmaster reward, the beach regeneration scarf thing. I think that's her Trust Master. It's someone's Trust Master. I have that equipped onto her for some extra heals. Celia is the main healer and also damage dealer, and Shitzel is just there to do the damage. That's all he's there for. Just do as much damage as possible. Varys is the tank, and for this map, she's a pretty good tank, especially since I think her built-in master ability brings down AP cost. I don't remember too much. It's been a while since I actually used her. Let's see. As for units to bring on this map, again, if you go in with a full lightning team, you'll do fine. You do great. But how about if you want to do this with other elements? Fire is gonna be the toughest to do this. I mean, I don't think this mission requires you to do all the elements like the last conquest had the option to. But if people want me to do it all the elements, single element for each one, then I'll do it. I don't mind. But because it's not required, just I know Mission 19 has that, but Mission 19 is the only difference between Mission 19 and Mission 20 is Elena and Astris. Astris appears on 20, they don't appear on 19. And if you could clear this on 20, then you have no problem doing it on 19, because it's 2 less units, honestly. But fire will be the toughest to clear this with because of all the water units. If you are trying to do this mono fire, then my advice is to stack up on that water resistance as much as possible. Use King Mont, stack up on your water eater buffs and whatnot. Use King Mont, and yeah, just try to stack your chains as much as possible and use King Mont. You're definitely gonna need King Mont because it'll be hard otherwise if you do mono fire with this. Other elements, let's see. Earth won't have too much problems with this. Ice won't have too much problem with this. And yeah, light and dark is light and dark. As long as you bring your tank, your healer, a guaranteed hitter, then you're fine. One magic attacker, one physical attacker, and you're all set. I wouldn't bring evasion because I tried using evasion for this map and it doesn't work out. Everyone has super high accuracy. They're not gonna let you cheese this map, so don't even bother with evasion. Bulk up all the units you have as much as possible so that they can take the hits, or make sure your tank could take the hits and your healer can heal them off. Esper wise, make sure you have 1 or 2 element espers of the elements you're using, or a majority of you using. If you go rainbow is fine. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I know I rambled too much of what you have to do with this map, but there's not much to say to do otherwise, because once you know the wave thresholds, it's all a matter of just surviving hits and taking down the units when you can. Charlotte, you want to just wait it out until her regen's over, because she never recasts the regen again, and it's a ridiculous overpowered regen, but that's to be expected. So just, if you can't dish out the damage to Charlotte, just wait out her regen and then just start dealing damage to her. I noticed she takes more strike damage than other damage, but it's still fine. I didn't check. This is the first time I didn't check people's stats, so I don't know who's weak to what, aside from their elemental weakness. Everyone, well, I don't want to say everyone's immune to statuses, but I'm under the impression everyone's immune to statuses because this is wave 20, and that's usually the case. You want to go in brute force with this one. Try, if you're gonna be up in groups, make sure you buff your AoE resistance, because a lot of units on this map do have good AoEs, especially Glacier, the water Glacier, and then the arrow chick. I swear I can't remember her name. It starts with a C or something. I am horrible at it. Charlotte doesn't hit hard, so you don't have to worry about her. She just takes a while to go down, but it makes sense, she's a tank. Don't use magic against her though, because she's a magic tank. This girl right here, I'm forgetting her name, the Crimson Blade. Why can't I remember names right now? Miranda, there you go. Miranda is annoying as well, so if you can take her down quick, I suggest you take her down quick. She'll have Courage and Re-Raise on herself, so if you have ways to remove that, that's a plus. If not, just take her down as best you can. So now we got rid of that wave. As you can see, it takes forever for MR units to do it compared to URs. I would have been done with this map already if I used old URs, but that's boring. I don't want to do that. But because of the way I did it, both waves 2 and 3 came out at the same time instead of coming out separately. But it makes sense because everyone else is gone. If they only did two and then 2, it would not have it would have been too easy otherwise. But because Fire Glacier is more dangerous than the flag bearer one on this map, I wanted to take her out first because she does cast I believe that's Renan's Trustmaster that she uses that casts haste on herself. I don't recall, but she does that, and if you don't take her down, she's gonna be a problem, especially with Minimu casting Quicken on her. Yeah, you don't want that. I had an attempt where I let her slide because I just wanted to see what she would do, and she would do her spell, then Minimu will cast Quicken on her, and then she'll do another spell and she wipes out my whole party. And it's like, oh, so that's what you do if I let you run around. Yeah, don't let her run around, especially if your lowest, you don't focus too much on magic resistance, then you don't want her living. That's for sure. The most priority attack type resistance you want is Pierce, because if you leave the Glacier alive by following this strategy that I do, then her damage is the one you want to resist the most. And Flag Bearer Glacier is also a Pierce unit, so that's the one you want to prioritize attack wise defense. And then the second would be Missile, only because it's going to take you a minute. Not a minute. It will take you a little bit to get to the Arrow Girl. I don't know why I'm forgetting her name. I don't even know if I pulled her. I didn't pull her, but I don't know if I have her randomly in my unit pool. I really gotta check that. But yeah, this team I have some magic. I have some attack type defense in all the stats, but I was more focused on offense this time around than defense. A little bit more focused on offense because I really wanted to try to take down the units as fast as possible, as opposed to trying to turtle it out. But what else can I say about this map? And, oh, you can see here Asterius is doing his limit break on us, and then now this is where the Crystal Tracer is gonna really be annoying. And as you can see here, the Fire Glacier is being left loose. Luckily, Minu will decide to heal her instead of doing Quicken. If the units are low enough, Minu will switch to healer mode, so that's one way you can manipulate her AI a bit. But here I got the opportunity to take her down. Boom. Now the only threats is Asterius and, well, not even Asterius, Flag Bearer, because Asterius I could take down pretty easy with this team because I stacked a lot of water resistance as much as I can. Flag Bearer is the real threat because I didn't stack a lot of pierce resistance, and like I said, she hurts. Miwu, not much of an issue, but yeah, I don't know what else to say, but yeah, you'll be fine with whatever lightning units you bring. And if you do go Mono Fire for a real challenge, make sure you bring King Mon. He's probably your best tank for this. I think you can reach 50% water resistance. That's why I suggest him. And I don't think Fire has that many tanks anyway. But yeah, that's about it. After this video is after this, there's the equipment breakdown. I won't go into explanation, but you can see all the stuff I use. There's some trust stones have pink, like the Keen Blade. Trust Master War has pink squares on it, while some don't. You're gonna be able to tell just by looking at them. And a lot of the ones with pink is more focused on PvP, so it's not optimized for this, but it works fine. You don't have to have pink trust stones to clear this. They just help, but green ones help just as good if you want to just use green ones. But like I said, lightning units are your best friend for this map. If you don't have a full team lightning, as long as your attackers are lightning, then you'll be fine. You use any tank. I can even say that Titus is a worthy tank for this map because of the amount of pierce and missile units there are to block hits. However, if you do use Titus, I mean, I don't recommend it, but if you do, then you really gotta watch out for the Fire Glacier because she's magic unit, he's weak to magic, and you don't want her raining on his parade because unless his magic reflex procs, he's not gonna be able to take the hit too well. And Asterius is also an issue because Titus is weak to slash. So just use UR tanks if you're struggling. Any UR tank would do. King Mont would be, I don't want to say the best, but he can work for this map. If you stack that water resistance, he can work for this map. But that will do it. Stay tuned for the equipment setup. Again, not gonna commentate on that, but as you see, all missions clear. I'm gonna get ready for the transcendent stuff that will be coming out later on today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Laters.